Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, Beatrice Vivier is bringing you the launches of Queen of the Ocean. 39 boats entered. Winter's uncomfortable already northwesterly. The shore break is going to be 7 seconds, the 6 to 7 seconds interval. So we're going to have some interesting launches here today, although they're not big. The shore break is not big. That's when it makes for nice interesting videos. A bumpy ride. I haven't watched the extreme boating videos on the 29th and the 30th. We've got the return and the launch videos. Go and have a look. It was a great competition. Excellent. Queen of the Oceans 2026 up 2025. Look at all the vessels here in the ocean. 39 entries into the competition. Look at that. People fishing at Ingwe, but the big shads is coming out here at the boardwalk entrance. Nice 450mm shads. That is fishing done for the day. Look at that beautiful dolphins there in the back line. Beach. Waiting for the boats to return. St. Lucia's got that holiday time vibe here at Ingwe Beach. Look at that. I don't see much shad coming out, but just south of where the boats is going to land, it's a beautiful color line. Some boats working the color line in the distance. Looks like I'm a little bit early. Look at that old bakkie pulling that big boat. And it's tough here for the Toyotas today, especially the ones with the low profile that don't get their tires down to 0.8. They're the ones suffering the most. Landini, save the launch site, one Toyota at a time. Some nice big shads coming out here at Ingwe Beach in the wind. They're 400, 450. Predictions. Monday we start with 2 fishes, not good. 1.8 meter swell, 6 seconds interval. Tuesday it's looking a little bit better on the swell side. The energy side of the week, it looks good. Towards the weekend, it looks much better. It looks like we can catch fish on Friday, Saturday, and probably, yeah, Saturday looks good. Probably Sunday as well. So guys, see you the weekend. Call me for accommodation bookings.
I've prepared a podcast for you about shad and why they're biting and why they're not biting. Let's have a look.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the world of Pomatomus saltatrix. Now, this isn't just any fish. It's a truly global species, known by so many different names. It really makes you think about identity, our mission, to unpack its incredible life, its, well, really voracious nature, and the complex ways humans try to manage it across the globe.
Exactly. It's amazing how one single species, just by moving around and interacting with different cultures, can tell us so much, especially about the challenges we all face in managing these shared resources. So we'll be pulling together insights from, well, all sorts of places, trying to connect the dots on how this fish lives and why understanding that is so important.
Okay, let's start with that name game then, because it really is something. Here in the U.S., everyone knows it as bluefish. Simple enough, right? But then you hop over to Australia or New Zealand, and suddenly it's Taylor and South Africa. They might call it elf or even shad.
Ah, and that shad part, this is actually a really crucial point for you, kind of an aha moment. Because while, yes, they use shad for Pomatomus saltatrix down in South Africa, here in North America, shad means a completely different group of fish, the Alosa family. Those are anadromous fish, meaning they swim up into freshwater rivers from the ocean to spawn. Our fish, Pomatomus saltatrix, is purely marine, stays in the salt, spawns offshore. It's a fundamental biological difference, see? Not just a casual name swap. Really important not to mix those up.
That is a critical distinction. Wow. Shows how one word can, like, hide a whole different story. And speaking of its story, this fish is a real traveler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Circumglobal, you said, found pretty much all over in temperate and tropical seas. And it's known for being this highly migratory schooling predator, super aggressive. I've heard about the bluefish blitz.
Yeah.
Sounds intense, like they just attack everything. Is it just hunger?
Well, intense is a good word for it. It's definitely more than just grabbing a quick meal. It's almost a frenzy. They use this unique hunting strategy called deviated pursuit. Instead of locking onto one fish, they actually aim slightly away from individuals in the school. Sounds weird, maybe, but it helps herd the bait fish, disorient them, makes the whole school easier to attack. It's like computationally simple for the fish, but incredibly effective, especially in murky coastal water. Just really efficient evolution.
Huh, deviated pursuit. That's clever. And efficient, as you say. So these fish, they're always on the move, but do they follow like a schedule? I read their migrations are tied really closely to water temperature, usually between, 18 and 25 degrees Celsius?
That's exactly right. That temperature range is key. It brings them inshore really predictably, season after season, which of course creates great chances for anglers fishing from shore.
Right. And is it true the smaller ones, the snappers, they stick closer to the beach, while the big ones head further out?
Generally, yeah, that's the pattern. The younger, smaller fish, those snappers, tend to hug the coast. The older, bigger fish, they often move further offshore or push towards the northern edges of their range. You know, anglers have a nickname for those big ones, the poor man's tarpon.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Because they fight like crazy when you hook them. Seriously powerful runs, they'll leap right out of the water sometimes. Quite a show. And they're aggressive strikers, too. They'll hit lures even when they don't seem particularly hungry.
Okay, so from the fight to the food, what about eating P. saltatrix? I hear its meat is pretty oily, strong flavor, can be a bit divisive. Anglers often cut out that darker sort of bloodline section, right? And grilling, smoking, that seems to be the way to go.
Exactly. That oiliness gives it a strong flavor, which some people love, others not so much. Trimming that dark strip helps. And yes, grilling or smoking works really well with that richness. And, this brings us back to that shad confusion, but from the kitchen angle.
Ah, how so?
Well, think about the North American shad, the Oloso ones. They have tons of tiny, really intricate bones. So cooking them is totally different. People traditionally had to deep fry them crisp or smoke them, pickle them, even cook them for hours just to make the bones soft enough to eat. It just shows again, the biology of the fish dictates everything, how you catch it, how you cook it. It's not just the name.
That makes perfect sense. So with this fish being so widespread and important in different places, how are we doing at protecting it? Its conservation status is a bit worrying, I gather.
It is, yeah. It's been listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List since back in 2015. And managing it is tough precisely because it moves across so many different borders and jurisdictions. If you look at the big picture, take the U.S. Atlantic stock. It got hit hard, really overfished in the late 90s, but management kicked in quotas, possession limits, like maybe 3 or 5 fish per person per day. And by 2007, it was officially rebuilt. A success story, really.
Okay, so it can be done.
It can. But then you look somewhere like South Africa. The stock there is still considered overexploited.
Right.
The rules are different.
Yeah.
A minimum size limit, a bag limit of 4 fish, but also a crucial closed season, October 1st to November 30th. No fishing allowed then. Why? To protect the fish during their peak spawning time. So you see these different approaches. It highlights how complex managing a migratory species truly is.
Absolutely. So it really hammers home that understanding Pomatomus saltatrix means looking way beyond just one name, like bluefish or tailor. You have to see the whole global picture, its biology, and all these different human efforts, sometimes conflicting, to manage it.
Precisely. The future for fish like this, these highly migratory species, it really hinges on continued cooperation. Management has to be coordinated based on solid science and work across international lines. It's the only way. So maybe, a final thought for you listening. Next time you hear a common name for an animal, or really any concept, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, what hidden biology, what global connections, what complexities might be hiding behind that simple label? How much more could you understand if you just question the name?
This is one of our sponsors, Blue Forest Productions. They design websites. They do hosting, they've got website specials, portfolios, online orders, everything you can do here at blueforest.co.za. We're going to have a look at some of the web pages they designed. R99 a month for website hosting. Read more. And there's the process. What more do you want?